Hello! So, Bandai's released a new card game called Battle Spirit Saga. They released 4 different structure decks. This is the 4th one called Forbidden Magic, the yellow style. And let's see what it says on the back here. It says dance circles around your opponent with strategic magic. And from my base understanding with this, it's probably the most aggressive deck straight out of the box. Even more aggressive than red, because a lot of the cards here are 2 costs, right, or less. It's got a huge magic focus on boosting your cards and just recycling and whatnot, and then you have very oppressive offensive magic of restanding or refreshing your card. So you swing with a card, restand it, restand another card, or you swing with a card, it dies, you get powered another, or draw a card, that type of shenanigans. So let's just go ahead and get this open. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright. So we got the field map here. So it goes to that life, the burst zone, reserve. You got your main field here. And then we got the deck zone, card zone, track. And on the back of each one, you get the standard rules and basic understanding of the game. So the game steps, main steps, all the steps, attack, whatnot. So it'll be very valuable for everyone starting. Okay. Now that we got that, let's get to the juicy stuff. So, first things first, get your soul core, which is your little specific core you use. Then you get these, which is what you use for your life and your reserve cores and whatnot. Alright, put that over there. But then, go on to main attraction. Calamity Beast, Chaos Pegasaurus. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright. Sorry, take a little minute. Alright, here we go. Alright, so let's get started. So, first things first, Calamity Beast Chaos Pegasaurus. 6 cost, 3 reduction card here. Let's see if it clears up. But yeah, so level 2 and 3 during your attack step, all of your spirits that cost 2 gain 2,000 BP. Wow. So basically, is this card just being on the board, and you get it to level 2, which only takes 2 cores, which is really great. Your other low cost 2 cost cards get plus 2,000 power. That's really threatening. And then at level 3, when this spirit attacks, select 2 of your spirits that cost 2 and refresh them. So basically, swing with your other cards, swing your other low cost cards, then you get this guy, the swing, and then you restand everybody. That's some crazy pressure right there. Oh my goodness. Woo! And then I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can show. I don't know. Yeah, you see that? Oh yeah, it feels really great. This card looks amazing, amazing. And we get 2 copies of this guy, Boss Monster. Not bad, not bad. All right, then we got Rapier Night Catsif. 3 cost, 1 reduction. It's got a wind summoned effect at 1 through 3. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add all cards that cost 2 from the revealed cards to your hand. Discard any remaining cards. Wow. Okay. So you just straight up, yo, need to fill my hand with 2 cost cards. Play this guy. And you basically can search. If you got them, cool. Not, you kind of got to discard your magic spells. But. And we get 2 copies. No, I'm sorry. 3 copies of Rapier Night Catsif. Alright. Next we got the Airavata. 3 costs, 1 reduction. Levels 1 to 2. When destroyed, you may select a spirit card that costs 2 from your trash and summon it. Oh, okay. So you get this guy out. You swing with your 2 costs first. Then you swing with this guy. And if they're blocking it and it gets destroyed, you get to recycle the guy from the grave. That was 2 costs. That's awesome. And then how many we get of this guy? We get 3 copies of Irvanta. Alright, next up we got Al Mirage. 4 costs, 2 reduction, Fabled Beast. Levels 2 to 3. During your attack step, refresh the spirit when one of your other spirits that costs 2 is blocked. Okay, so that's dope. So basically, since you're getting a lot of 2 costs, you with this symbol, you get this guy down for 2. You swing first, or whenever cycle you want, and then when one of your spirits that costs 2 is blocked, you can restand this guy. That's really sick. And since it's 2 or 3, you get at least a minimum 4,000 beat stick. That's dope. And we got 3 copies of that. Okay. Next up, we got Chain Angel. Okay, so during your turn, let me see here. Yeah, so levels 1 through 3. During your turn, when you spend a soul core as part of a magic card's cost, select one of your opponent's spirits after the magic effect resolves. That spirit cannot block during this turn. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So you sacrifice the soul core. Probably you boost your cards, and then you target one spirit. Doesn't matter what level it is. You target that thing. It can't block. That's really gross. And then levels 2 to 3, while the spirit attacks, you get the Luster ability. When the battle ends, return all magic cards you used during the battle from your trash to your hand. Wow, that's some crazy recycling. Woo! Now, I don't know specifics if, yeah, during the battle phase is the flash. Yep, so once you attack, you get the flash chance. So during those flash phases, you activate anything that boosts or whatnot, you get to recycle all that back while the spirit attacks. But you gotta get to level 2 though, which is 3 cores. But other than that, yo, this is really sick for recycling your spells here. And we got 3 copies of the Chain Angel. Alright, next we got our 2 costs here, Sword Angel. So 2 costs, 2 reduction, and you know, just your vanilla beat stick. But basically the moral of the story is you're just getting out a lot of these dudes. The more you get out, the more free they become if they get 2 cost reduction. So we got 3 copies of the Sword Angel. Next we got Axe Angel here, 2 cost, 1 reduction. You get him out for 1. He's also another vanilla 2 cost. Yeah, we get 4 copies of this guy. 4 copies of the Axe Angel. Alright, next up we got Arcana Prince Obero. He's also a 2 cost, 1 reduction. And we get 3 copies of him. So he's basically going to be part of your main attacking force. Okay. Now we're getting to Grimoire Fairy. 4 costs, 2 reduction. Levels 1 through 3. When summoned, view the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 magic card from the cards you view and add it to your hand. Return the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. Hold on. You viewed and added to your hand. Return. Okay, so basically you get to look at the top 4, grab a spell card, the other cards go to the bottom. You don't get this card. That's decent. Then level 3, during your attack step, refresh this spirit when one of your spirits that costs 2 is destroyed via comparing BP. So basically, if they block, so you attack with the 2 cost spirit, they block what they own, and that spirit dies or loses due to that, then you can refresh the spirit, which is gross. And that's at level 3 though, 5,000 power, and you get 3 copies. Alright, next we get Prince Pentan. 2 costs, 1 reduction. Levels 1 through 3. When summoned, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 2, add to your hand. If it does not, discard it. Okay, quick, simple, whatnot. Still part of the two army gang. Get 3 copies of him. Alright, next we got the Freestall. This dude looks kind of sick. Sick koala bear, man. 2 costs, 1 reduction. Levels 1 or 2. During either attack step, draw a card with one of your spirits that costs 2 is destroyed in battle. Okay, so yeah, he's part of the 2 cost army, baby. But he benefits from your other spirits dying. The other 2 cost spirits dying in battle. Then you get to draw a card. Now he doesn't get it when he dies because you know he'll be dead and this effect can't proc. But when your other 2-cost cards die and he's still up, then you get to draw. And we get 3 copies of this guy. Okay, and that's the end of the creatures. Now we're getting into the nexuses. So first one is Spiral Tower. 3 costs, 1 reduction. When placed, you may summon a spirit card in your hand that costs 2 without paying its cost. Woo! So just off rip. Okay, so basically you get 2, boom, you get the drop of 2 costs for free. That's really great for someone like the Koala and some of the other ones that do some crazy shenanigans. So you basically building your board really quick with this. And then the level 2 specific effect is during your attack step, when one of your yellow spirits would be destroyed, you may exhaust this nexus to return the spirit card to your hand instead of placing it into your trash. Okay, that's really good. You get a good recycle engine off of this. This is actually kind of dope. I really like this one. Yeah, it takes 2 cores, but when placed is actually really this is actually a really great nexus. I like it. You place it, you get to summon the 2 costs from your hand for free. Then during your attack step, when you swing, if it's gonna die, you could exhaust, recycle it back to your hand. That's dope. Really dope. And then we get how many? 3 copies of the Spiral Tower. Okay. Next nexus is Soap Bubble Lakeside. 4 costs, 2 reduction. Levels 1 through 2. During either attack step, reveal the top card of your deck when one of your spirits that costs 3 or fewer is destroyed. Okay, hold on, let me read that. You reveal the top card, reveal the top card with 3 or less spirit of yours is destroyed. If it costs the same as the destroyed spirit, add it to your hand. If it does not, discard it. So a little bit of a gamble, but I think it's worth it because you get to search for it and refill your resources with creatures. And then the level 2 specific one, during your attack step, your yellow spirits cannot be blocked by any of your opponent spirits when this spirit blocks face. Oh man, this seems like a nightmare for white. Yeah, this seems like a nightmare card for white. This is a great card against the white deck because the white deck is primarily focused on stonewalling your opponent and making them suffer for swinging in and you stopping them. This is really great. During the time, yellow spirits. Just says straight up yellow spirits. Doesn't matter the cost. Your straight up yellow spirits can be stopped by, can be blocked by spirits when spirit blocks effects. That's really good. I really like that one. And we get 3 copies of this nexus. And nexuses are like the field spells of the game. So that's it for the nexuses. Now we're down to the last, which is the magics cards. So here we go. Imaginary Gate, 4 costs, 2 reduction. Burst, when opponent resolves a spirit's win summoned effect. So for burst effects, right, basically there's a zone where you can place the card face down, and when your opponent or when the battle state meets a condition, you're allowed to flip it up and activate its burst effect without having to pay its cost. So really cool. So we're gonna see what it is. The condition is when opponent resolves a spirit's win summoned effect. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck, then select up to 2 spirit cards that cost 2 or fewer from your trash and return them to your hand. You may then pay this card's cost to activate its flash effect, which is select 1 spirit, gains 2,000 BP. So yeah, discard the 2 cards in your deck, then select up to 2 spirit cards that cost 2 or fewer. Okay. Okay. So, for example, if you discard, right? You discard the 2 cards. They're both 2 cost cards. You basically just got a +2 draw for free. Because you discard first, they enter the trash. And because you're discarding from the top of your deck. So, you discard those, they enter trash. Then you search that trash for the 2 cards. Then you search the trash for 2 cards, and then you get them. And also, it doesn't specifically have to be those 2 cards you discarded. You can just recycle any 2, which makes it really great. This is pretty awesome. Burst effect. It sounds really good. It sounds really good. And we got 4 of the Imaginary Gate. All right. Next, we got 5 Puppet Strings. 5 cost, 3 reduction. Burst effect. When opponent destroys your spirit, select one of your yellow spirits and refresh it. You may then pay this card's cost to activate this flash effect, which is select one spirit, gain 3,000 power. So let me read that again. When an opponent destroys your spirit, select one of your yellow spirits and refresh it. Okay, so you get the restand. Wow. Okay, so you swing, it dies. You can restand another spirit. Probably a really good engine for the I forget. There's certain ones that was really good. Yeah, that seems pretty dope, especially the flash effect of it. Seems nice, just getting a straight up burst of 3, and you get 3 copies of the puppet strings. All right, and then we got our last card here, which is Drowsy Fumes. 2 cost, 1 reduction. Main and flash. Select one of your opponent's spirits. Reduce its BP by 2,000 during this turn. Now, in this game, when you reduce a card's power to 0, they're gone. Doesn't matter. If they have no power, if it drops to 0, you destroy them. So this is actually really clean, and it's only 1 cost. So you get to target a lot of the lower cost cards that might do you some harm. So I like this card. Especially, yeah, you just need 1 spirit out, which most of the time you're definitely going to be swarming the board. So yeah, and it's flash effect, so you can play it before or after a step. That's dope, really dope. And then that's 3 copies of that. All right, so let's get back to, let's review that boss card again. Hold on, yeah, Calamity Beast Chaos, yeah, this card is crazy. Reduction to 3 max, so you just pay 3 cost. All your spirits that cost 2 gain plus 2,000 power. So basically, you're dealing with 2 cost cards that are swinging for like 4K almost. Just whatever. That's all they're doing. They're just sitting there with 4K swinging. And then if they die, you got other cards that let you recycle. And then this guy, he gets to 3, level 3, which is quite easy because he only needs 3 cores on him. Then he gets to select 2 of your spirits that cost 2 and refresh them. So he gets to refresh 2 more units that swan. So yeah, this seems like this got some real potential. I'm liking how basically it's two cost focus and really aggressive. I might check this one out too. I really like this one compared to red. But yeah, that's it for the deck opening here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of opening, if this deck interests you or whatnot, and if you yourself are interested in this game, leave a comment. Like, do you play? Do you want to play online? Do you have local shops around you or whatnot? Also, I was considering like playing structure decks against each other just to see how they do. So let me know what you guys think, and I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Peace.